Hello, good morning, and today we are going to talk about trust. And why is this important for any leader to understand that if they cannot do this in the right way, is going to compromise all everything else that they have and know about leadership. So I'm in the airport. I might just get a little bit more of a background noise that I wanted to. I hope you can hear me well. And I hope this Wi Fi, very unstable Wi Fi, is going to work with me. If not, I will redo this and post it later. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share with you, as you can see, this image, and I just wonder because today I'm going to travel to New York. I'm going to Connecticut to um, deliver a leadership course, and it just occurred to me that if I have about 7 hours to do this tomorrow, and I was wondering if I could just get one message across that's very important, what would that be in order to make sure that those leaders that are interested in this course, they will get what they need to transform their from what they are and just see how they can just become a better leader. And trust is what I found to be the most important thing. So if they can get that and get hints on how this is established and maintained with others, will be awesome. So that's why it just came to me that I would probably going to share with you this image and just go over again. We talked about it in the past, but if the prefrontal cortex, where the trust resides and where it's established with in a conversation with others, it's not going to be functioning at that moment. You will get the reverse of that, the reverse of the coin. So our primitive brain and the limbic system and everything else will come into play, which will somehow hijack in that moment the possibility for you to build trust with one another and maintain it. So that is why it's very important for you to kind of have this tip in the hand and just know that when you are relaxed, when you are in that moment where you could just cool off sometimes from a heated conversations or anything like that, it's very important for you to do that in order to get that prefrontal cortex upfront working for you in the right way so you can actually do the best you can in that situation and continue to build trust and not create that environment in which nobody's going to basically get out of it something that will be beneficial. So I'm going to just move a little bit quicker here because I see the line that's boarding it's moving as well. So I am going to do my best to deliver this in a few minutes from now on. So let's just go quickly over why is this important. I just think I mentioned it, but if you kind of think about the part of the brain that helps you to elevate us to this level, higher level of empathy and better judgment, it's going to be the prefrontal cortex. So how about if we're going to take a look at how are some of the most important and efficient ways that we can strengthen this brain trust? And those are the fact that you can create transparency. Transparency is very important. So you better, that's why we're kind of suggesting that when you don't know something or you are not sure, you don't have to act with authority and think about, I have to show up as I know. Because if you don't know and I'm in front of you, you'll send signals that you don't know. So it's much better to be very transparent with everything that's going on because everybody else will pick that up. So transparency is very important. Even when you don't know, we can just say we're going to find out. We're going to say we're going to work through things. We're going to say let's sit down and figure this out. This is what I know, but this is all the other pieces that I might need help from you, the team. So the second one is also focusing on those relationships that to connect with others. So if we're going to connect with others, we discuss about how you can stay in that connection deep enough and I have those conversations, level 3 conversations. And you can watch that video. It's on the page in more details. But what we're thinking to make sure you get here is the fact that the more time you spend and the more time you're going to find out how the person in front of you was their position on a situation that you're looking at, how they're thinking about it, what is their background, and how they react to certain things may not be like you do. So you have to be aware of all of that, and you have to discover it. You got to ask questions in order to find out who's sitting in front of you and what exactly are they going through in that moment, so you can make that connection. And that heart brain, it's going to help you create that. But you need to be present, and you need to be in the same time with patience, but in the same time, nothing else can go through your mind. And don't judge when they're talking about anything else, so you can receive the information and analyze it. Next is going to be the how are we going to look at those understanding and stepping inside of each other's shoes. I think I kind of alluded to that. It's very important to calm those areas of your brain so you can actually create that bond together. And the last one, probably the share the success of the future, which is also very important when we kind of stop and we are looking at what we have accomplished, and kind of have a moment to celebrate that and to engage in what else is possible that we can create. Because if we don't stop to analyze the successes and just go too fast over it, for one, we don't know how to we don't take the time to analyze and create that situation in the future, so we can have more of that going on. And the second is, when we're going through fast to that and we don't celebrate, it's like we're not giving our body who worked so hard food or water, whatever they needed. So the same is with us. Our emotions, our brain, it's working so hard to create something, and then it needs that time to bond with the other team members and everybody else that you have in that situation, contributing and share that success. And you need to take the time. You need to go through all the phases. You need to remind someone to remember how stressed you are with that, or whatever you made me feel like when you said that, and I just did the other thing. So kind of go over those moments, because they're very important. You're going to laugh about it. You're going to have a joy about it, and you're going to become better at recreating it with more intention in the future. Okay, the next one, and the one that I really want to make sure I highlighted, is, of course, truth telling. I don't think I want to go over that because it's so essential. But testing those assumptions. The testing assumptions are very important, because when you don't do that, you may be just picking up something just because you're stressed about a situation, and you may make assumptions that can cost you the outcome, the impact that you can make. It can cost you relationships. So you better just make sure you test any assumptions, and you take the time to go over the facts, and don't jump on the conclusions very fast, and be sure that you are going to allow others to explain sometimes certain situations and why they make a decision or another, because you will find out that sometimes they did the best they could, or they also, one other thing that's important for you to find out is that they looked at the situation and they put a lot into it, more than what you're thinking that they probably did. And you want to take that moment to appreciate them and to look at the situation from their perspective. So please test assumptions. Don't take words that you just came through your ear without looking at where they came from, what's the interpretation of the person who provided it to you. And also, that's the situation when you probably receive this information second or third hand, but also when you are in that moment and you start to create an assumption. Don't allow yourself to create an assumption. Just go and ask the questions, as many questions as you need, to make sure you understand and you understood also the point of view from the other person. That is for today. I'm in a little bit of a rush. I'm in the line here, but I love to see what you're thinking about it, what you would like to share with me. My camera did not work today, but I think it was for the best because my view here, you see me walking or moving around, so that won't be too good for you. So I just want to thank you for watching and for contributing. Send me a text, and I will see you soon next time. Thank you. Bye bye.